you're claiming PIP for mental health, you may be constantly asking yourself if the assessor will believe that you have a genuine illness. Indeed, the whole system may make you feel like you haven't got a hope. I don't want to sugarcoat anything because convincing PIP assessors that you have a mental health condition is not easy. But in this video, I aim to give you as many ideas for sourcing concrete evidence as I can. But first, I'd like to go through some general principles about the importance of collecting evidence and what to do with the evidence once you have it. If you're claiming PIP for mental health, the first thing that you need to be aware of is that once you have satisfied the assessor that your mental health condition is genuine, getting points under the descriptors is much easier. That's why supplying some concrete evidence to support your case is absolutely essential. And that brings us to the second principle. It's the quality of the evidence, not the quantity. It's a mistake to think that the thicker the bundle of paper, the stronger the evidence. For example, 20 letters of support from people that know you may not prove your mental health condition. It may merely prove that you have 20 good mates. Whilst letters from friends can be helpful, one or two will suffice. It's best to try to provide a variety of evidence from a range of different sources. The thing is that when a diverse set of evidence is put together, it builds a picture of your life and makes what you say more conclusive. A third general principle concerns the way that you use the evidence once you have it. Don't rely on the assessor to read the evidence or remember everything that it says. Instead, when you're in the assessment, if you think that you have something that supports your case, draw the assessor's attention to it. Principle number 4 is a reminder. Don't forget that the evidence on its own is not enough. You will also need to demonstrate that your mental health condition affects your daily life and mobility under all the descriptors that are relevant to you. That said, in my experience, those claimants that supply a robust evidential base for their mental health claim are the ones most likely to be awarded the benefit. The remainder of this video seeks to give you some ideas about where to source the evidence that you need. The evidence that you will need to supply comes in 3 broad formats. 1. Medical evidence. 2. Other evidence. And 3. What you say is evidence. Therefore, if there's something that you can't get in a written form, make sure that you mention it at the assessment. What follows is a list of different sources of evidence. They won't all be relevant to you, but try to supply 1 or 2 examples of everything that is. Do you have a diagnosis, or are you currently being assessed for a mental health condition? Do you see a counsellor or psychologist? You can also supply other evidence that's outside the medical sphere. And finally, you may need to provide some evidence about issues that you find very sensitive. Try not to avoid these issues as they may help your case. These issues are understandably very difficult to talk about, but the assessor is likely to ask you. And if it's demonstrably clear that the problem is caused by your mental health, you may score points under the descriptors. I guess that means that describing it to the assessor is unavoidable. Don't let pride stop you from getting your benefit. That concludes the video. I wish you all the very, very best.